Ladies, we're back and we're talking accountability on the Weight Loss for Women 40 Plus podcast with Josh. To be honest, out of nutrition, exercise, sleep, and accountability, I would say accountability is the most important thing for our client success based on the data, based on the thousands of ladies that have gone through the program. Because you can have the world's best program, the world's best training split. What you need to do, the workouts, the intensity, the duration, what food to eat, when to eat it, what to avoid, timings, you name it. You could have the world's best fucking plan. But if you're not accountable and you don't stick to the plan, it ain't going to work. Because life is not rainbows and sunshine and unicorns 98% of the time. There are times where life is absolute bliss and it's amazing. But that is not the most common form of life. Life, at best, is challenging. Now, challenging isn't a negative. We as human beings feel good when things aren't too easy, they're not too hard, they're just challenging enough for us to want to make progress. So that is the aim of the game, is not to have an easy life or a hard life. It's to have a life that is a bit of challenge, because as human beings, when we make progress, we feel good. If you just sat on a beach sipping pina coladas for the next 12 months, you would be bored out of your fucking skull. You'd be like, oh my God, I cannot do this for another day. I need to do something. Now, it doesn't mean that you need to go climb Mount Everest, but as human beings, we need progression in every part of life, whether it's like with our friends, our family, our work, our sport, our health, our fitness, our finances, anything, employment. We need to see progress, because if we're not going up, then we are going down. We are actually going on the decline. There is no such thing as static. Things don't remain the same. They don't. You put the ice on the fucking bench, it's not going to stay the same. It's going to revert back into water. That is how life goes. We're either moving forward or we're going backwards. And sometimes it's at a snail pace, but no momentum over time means you're going backwards because you're getting older. You can't get older and then go fucking forwards while remaining the same. If anything, your health is on the decline, things are getting worse, your body is going backwards. So there is, even if you do the same thing day in and day out for the next 40 years, your body will have a toll on it. So you are going backwards, for those that want to argue the fucking point. So we're talking about accountability. Accountability is kind of like this. Accountability is like 10-pin bowling. You are throwing the ball down the lane to hit the pins. Lose the weight, feel better, improve your life, lose the centimeters, lose weight, tone up, maintain it. Your job is to hit the pins on a weekly basis, see progress. The role of a coach is not to throw the ball, it is to guide the ball. The role of a coach is to be the bumpers that stop you from hitting the gutters and getting no result at all. That is what a coach is for. They cannot chew the food up for you and spit it in your mouth. They cannot do the exercises in place of you. They cannot do your steps. They cannot sleep for you. You, my friend, have to be the person that throws the ball down the lane. Our job as coaches is to make sure that you get there. Because have you ever played 10-pin bowling with kids without bumpers? Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. No one's having fun. The kid's not having fun. The kid's upset. They don't want to be there. The parents are now trying to manage the situation, and they're like, why the fuck did I choose 10-pin bowling? This is a terrible idea. Until you put the bumpers up. And when the bumpers go up, everybody's happy. The kid's making progress. The parent loves that the kid feels good. They're hitting strikes. They're hitting spares. They're not just hitting an odd pin here and there. That is accountability down to a T. That is what it should feel like. It's not someone messaging you every second of every day. They're not calling you up and berating you because you did not do the thing. They're not down your fucking throat trying to get this result. Accountability is not too close, not too far away, but guiding you through the process. Now, there are going to be times where you need stiffer accountability. And there are going to be times when you just need that person you're checking up with at the end of the week. Because just knowing that you're going to meet that person is going to keep you a little bit more straighter and narrower compared to if you didn't have them. That little binge or drinking or the sweets or the takeaway, that holiday, that weekend away, you might not go as crazy knowing that you have to, then talk to someone at the end of the next week. Because that person there, their job as an accountability coach, as a good fucking weight loss coach, is not to smack you on the wrist when you do the bad things. It's to help you make the decisions that are in alignment with the outcome that you are looking for. Because you're not just here to lose weight. You're here to become the version of you that you are happiest with, most proud of. Now, for some ladies, that's losing 70 kilograms. Other ladies, it's just toning up a few kilograms of belly fat. For others, it's the person that on a daily basis has energy to get up, go to work, do their job, come home, play with the kids a little bit, and just get the house shit done. It doesn't have to be a life-altering moment. Now, no, don't get me wrong. For some ladies, they're like a walking fucking heart attack. They're a walking stroke victim in the making. So if they don't get this shit done, they're going to die an early death. This is a reality for a lot of people. You do not see obese 70-year-olds. It doesn't happen. And if you do, it's fucking rare and they're on the way out. Obese, really overweight people do not last very much past the 60s. So if you're in your 40s or 50s right now and you are crawling up to the obese category, if shit doesn't get fixed now, you're not going to live very long. Like, that's not my viewpoint. That is the statistics. Go find an obese fucking 70-year-old, 80-year-old. There's definitely no obese 90-year-olds, and there are definitely none at 100. It doesn't work like that. Your body just will give out. So if you're the person that feels like they need accountability, not someone to fucking yell at them. Yes, everybody needs to kick up the ass every now and again, but someone who's there who's going to praise the good things, correct the wrong things, but guide you on a daily and a weekly basis, then get a fucking coach. Now, for the person that thinks that a coaching and accountability is a weakness, I'm like, okay, where in your life have you done it all alone? Like, let's really look at this right now. When you were going to school, were you given a textbook on the first day and said, figure it out, and I'll see you at the end of the term? What about when you went to TAFE or university? Were you just given all the lectures for the year and say, hey, we'll see you at exam time? What about when you went to work? On day one, did they say, hey, we're going to see you in 6 months' time. Here's all the SOPs, the standard operating procedures. Here's how you do the role. Figure it out. When there is an outcome, a specific outcome that is required from an individual, there is always accountability. Every area of your life that they need you to get a specific outcome, whether it be education, finances, employment, career, fucking even relationships, even kids. Tell me where you did this all by yourself with zero fucking help. You didn't. You might have had very mild and low accountability, and I could probably go out on a limb here and say that's where you're most unsuccessful in your life, is where you've had little to no accountability. And the areas where you are highly accountable, you are more than likely succeeding in that area. I keep my team, my staff, highly accountable because we need a specific outcome from the coaches to get our clients to where they need to be. Accountability goes all the way up to the top. Our clients need accountability, the coaches are kept accountable. I am then kept accountable by the clients because they are paying the company to get the results. There's financial accountability on me at the top of the fucking food chain. Accountability is going to be the key for success. Look at one successful person, just one, 5, 10, 50, 100 successful people in your life, even on TV and magazines. None of them have done it by themselves. The argument can be made, the more successful someone is, the more accountability measures they have in place. You look at a fucking CEO of a monstrous company who makes millions of dollars per year. He is accountable by the board of directors, the stakeholders, by the public, Everyone who is vested in that company to then produce a profit. He's not just there doing it by himself. Even though he's the top of the fucking food chain, he or she is held accountable by other people. The more successful someone is in any part of life, the more accountability they have. So to think that you don't need accountability, it is an unsuccessful and a poor person's mindset. Let that hit hard for a second. If you want to be doing better in your career, making more money, better in your relationships, better in your weight loss, better in your health, and you have no accountability right now, that is more than likely the reason why you are not successful. Because how, imagine this, imagine day one of your job, there was no manager, there was no team leader, no support, no level of accountability. How can that person honestly produce a good result if they don't know what they're doing and they're not held accountable on a week by week, month by month, year by year basis? Just how? Like, how could they do it? Like 1 in a million, maybe. Like maybe they're just a fucking really smart person, but that is not the majority of people. Everybody needs accountability. And I will argue it till the fucking cows come home, that low accountability people are unsuccessful in that part of their life. Now, I'm not saying you are unsuccessful in every part of your life. Do not get me wrong. You can be highly, highly successful in one area of life and absolutely fuck up the next area. Like, look at a lot of fucking high-flying CEOs. Earn a lot of money. A lot of them break down in their marriages and their relationships. So you can be successful at one thing, like work, and an absolute shit show when it comes to your weight loss. You can be a really good mother, but you just can't keep the weight off. You just can't do it for yourself. Your kids are healthy, they play sport, but you're in a fucking bad state. Go get some accountability. Stop trying to do this by yourself. None of our clients did it by themselves. So if you want results like our ladies, you're going to have to follow in the footsteps. You're going to have to get some accountability. All right, ladies, let that sink in. Nice and heavy for tonight. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one.